Next, this is, as I said before in my last stream, I'm doing a little vignette of all the topics I usually cover about the most YouTube safe topics to talk about for the first hour or so of my stream, that I can tease people to come over to the scary alt tech platforms. So I'd like to shit on somebody I don't usually shit on because I like him. Unironically, he's one of the few people in the world who will ever credit the Kiwi Farms. But being a friend of the Kiwi Farms is small comfort because if anything, it tends to draw more criticism onto you. And with Hambly, unfortunately, he has been up to dirty deeds. Okay, so I have to condemn him. This is very sad. He was on stream, right? Because he's a streamer, the quartering. I always call him Hambly because that's how I don't know him as the quartering. I just know him as Jeremy Hambly. But he was streaming with what appears to be an OnlyFans prostitute. Uh, I think that's what she looks like. Don't judge a book by a cover. But if I had to guess, I would probably win. Um, so he was streaming and he made a little oopsie doodle. Let's check it out.
For me, but I'm trying like rice. I'm gonna try eating rice and like avocado.
You have to get one of those sweet kawaii rice cookers.
Let's do an instant replay in that search history there. Let's see. Where's the first one? He types in a W. It shows up underneath it, but who do you schedule a RMC semen analysis with? I guess that's the other one. I remember he apparently had in his it's not in this, but I remember hearing that he had also had Gooner stuff in his search history. Now, what's really sad about this, I wonder if this is on the next tab. Oh, it's in this. He has repeatedly made fun of women for being empty egg cartons, right? So he's quick to come up with empty egg cartons. And I want to say that publicly on stream when anyone presses him on why he doesn't have kids despite having ample funds and being over the hill, being in his 30s, why he hasn't reproduced yet. And his response to this would always be to shift blame onto his wife, from my understanding, and say that my wife has difficulty conceiving. And it seems like, based off the search history, that it may actually be his problem, and he's just been blaming his wife, which is extremely nasty to do. And unfortunately for him, it's quite a lot of shit to eat if you've been making empty egg carton jokes on the internet for the last however many years, and you're having to look up semen analysis because apparently you goon so much that you can't impregnate your wife. By the way, porn consumption is directly linked to infertility and fertility issues. That is not a speculation. That is actual reality. If you ever want to see really depressing people, by the way, go look on concept. Like this is, I think they have a thread on the Kiwi Farms. They any of the trying to conceive subreddits on Reddit, you will see some of the most pathetic posts you've ever seen in your entire life. It's like women saying like, my husband masturbates to porn but can't get it up for me. We're trying to conceive. And people talking about how they literally jack off in the bathroom into cups and then will use a turkey baster to artificially inseminate themselves in the back seat of a car. Like they'll run down from the office job into the parking garage, hand off the cup of semen, and then she'll take a turkey baster and try to artificially inseminate herself when she's ovulating. So it's like that, It's pretty fucking dire down there in the Reddit dungeons. The people of Reddit are special. They're very special. I'm not making that up, by the way. I have actually seen these posts, and they're crazy. The other thing that he did is that he posted this a while ago. Hambly, much to my chagrin, to my frustration, is somebody who loves to show off his extravagant wealth. Here is my beautiful kitchen with my marble countertops. Here is my $10,000 saltwater aquarium, hand with custom cabinetry to build it into the central floor plan of my living space, filled with exotic aquatic fish that cost $2,000. I also have a collection. He has like a giant collection of old Rolex watches that he just each $70,000. Each which Rolex suits me today for my internet podcast? Well, this 1960s $70,000 Rolex. I think this one suits my sweatshirt and shorts quite well. And then he gets on stream and says, "Guys, I need you to subscribe. I need 5,000 monthly subscribers. Otherwise, I'm going to have to fire my reporters." And it's like, well, if you have a private jet, maybe you could sell that. If you have 20 different Rolex watches of 70,000 a piece, maybe you could sell that to try and make ends meet. But you could stop taking Ozempic and diet naturally if you are trying to lose weight, because Ozempic is like $2,000 a month. That kind of stuff. Those are the kind of things you can cut first from your budget if you're trying to save money. But no, apparently not. So then he admits on stream that this aquatic tank is empty. I'll play this clip.
Yeah. It's not like when you lose your freshwater fish. Like, I was just watching $2,000 floating around in the water,
That's fucked
Are you
up.
gonna call your fish?
That you have these pets, you have these animals in your house, and you're like, oh, they're all dead due to my negligence and ineptitude. That's a lot of money that went away. Like, bro, they're like exotic pets. Do you have names? Are you not sad that you killed them?
Fish guy
I
gets a new
just-
coral,
I would
etc.
call my fish guy because I said the fish don't look good like a week ago. And then he had somebody leave, and then he's been busy, and I've tried to be like, brother, I understand you've been busy, but like I said my fish don't look good for like the last week, and you haven't come, and now 3 of them are dead, and some of them are like $400 each. And
Said we're live, by the way.
I know
Just
we're
a
live.
heads up.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
all right. I wasn't saying anything.
Luke is like warning him, like, bro, you're constantly talking about how broke you are, and then you're complaining about how your fish are dying, and you only see them as like dollar signs rising to the top of the fish tank. Like, you might want to like shut the fuck up. He's like, shut up, Luke. Fuck you.
Thing that was no big deal.
I think the audience likes to know what's going on with these fish, especially if they're $400. That's an expensive hobby.
Well, saltwater fish are very expensive. And,
What are you, Dr. Fauci, taking out these fish? What is this?
Well, I mean, I have not. I was looking for some sort of vaccine to give them because they didn't look good. But they, he said, well, you just got to hope they basically, he went with the holistic approach. Feed them this, feed them that. Hope they pull through. And just looks like my powder brown tang did not pull through. And so that's another
You need
$200
an
on the drain.
mRNA gene-specific intervention that is done in China in order to help progress your fish's longevity and health towards being genetically altered to deal with the horrendous conditions you put them under.
Yeah, I mean, this is my fault. Absolutely. I guess we should probably acknowledge that there's 20,000 people already waiting for us to get going.
I guess he realized that the chat was not sympathetic to his fish story. People do get very angry when you talk about killing your pets, as it turns out on the internet. Why is my kick not showing up? There we go. All right. Not a number of viewers waiting. Just wonderful. Just wonderful how these programs work. Okay. So, I imagine there's quite a few things that are sadder, but this is high up on the list. You're in this big McMansion surrounded by all this opulent wealth in the form of furniture and fixings for your house. But are there the pitter-patter of baby feet? Are there screeching noises filling your house with liveliness? Is there a fish tank, perhaps, filled with fish? Oh, no. It's simply empty milk carton, empty aquarium. Very tragic. Very depressing, actually, like genuinely depressing. So consider this a sign, quartering. It's time to wisen up and stop trying to replace family building with pornography and dead fish. It's not the future you want. It's bad idea. What is this? Oh, he wants to do another project. Okay. Is he going to grow oranges inside his house?
Side, we have blood orange trees. We have kumquat trees.
I mean, this guy grows
My
it in the
neighbor.
snow.
My neighbor in Florida, when I was a little kid, he had a kumquat tree in his front yard, and they would come in naturally every year, and we would eat like an entire basket of kumquats because you could just pick them right off the tree and munch on them.
Oh, there's a company that sells these too, but they don't pay me money, so I don't want to shout them out. But
Wow,
I looked at buying their product. It's like basically something you build, and
wow. That's so avaricious. I'm not even going to talk about you unless we can get some sort of kumquat sponsorship going on my streams. You got to sponsor the quartering. Like, you might be able to actually build a relationship with a company if you said like, "Oh, I'm not sponsored by them, but I use this holster or whatever for my concealed carry and I like it a lot." That's how you like form bridges and shit. You don't just like immediately make it obvious that you're fucking a sellout.
it looks more like an official greenhouse. It's like more of an official greenhouse. It doesn't look like ghetto trash, but it basically has the same, the same outcome.
That's always
So if you have a spot in your yard where you can just have something that kind of looks ugly, it's not that big a deal. But if you live in a city lot or something like that, you kind of want to. You can't just have like freaking a tarp city in your backyard. Then you want to, use this other company. I'll share them if I go with them. They sent me their pricing. It was not as cheap as I had hoped.
I don't know, man. Like, it seems like you have a lot of hobbies. You got watch collecting, you got aviation, you got that toy channel. Didn't PPP find out that the quartering has like a man-child channel where he like reviews RC cars and shit? You have like a saltwater aquarium tank, and then you have like you want to build like a kumquat like glass house garden in your backyard so you can grow tropical vegetation. Why not? You know what you could do? You could sell your Mick mansion, sell your planes, sell your Rolex, and then if you want to grow all these tropical things and have tropical fish, you can move to Puerto Rico. Yeah, that's what a lot of people do. It's a tax haven because it's of its status as a possession as opposed to a state. You can move to Puerto Rico, probably buy land there pretty cheap, and then you can grow all the fucking kumquats you want. But you gotta pick something. You can't do everything all the time. It's like he gets bored and then he's just like, well, I want to do something new. And then he goes into kumquat farming. And then of course, instead of just like growing plants inside your house for a little while or on your balcony and sharing it with pigeons to see if you actually have aptitude or any kind of taste for gardening, he just immediately wants to build like a $30,000 what do they call it? Those big greenhouses. They're called like a tube, like a Plex tube or something. And it's like, well, you should probably like test to see if you actually have any interest in this before you build constructions on your house. A Josh Moon move right there. It's true. I suffer from this as well. I have a jack of all trades, master of none interest in a bunch of different stuff. But I am trying to commit myself more to my hobbies. It's not in the board form. It's like a thing. No, not a greenhouse, not an earthship. Polytunnel. Risty is a real farmer gardener. He knows what a polytunnel is. It's a thing. The USDA will even pay you to put up polytunnels on your property. And they're not taxed. They're not considered. Generally, depending on where you live, like they have tax advantages too. So, just do that. I feel bad for making fun of Hambley because he's been nice, but at the same time, bro, it's like you're very clearly not happy with your current living situation. And if you're not happy with your current living situation, planes and Rolex watches and marble cabinets and saltwater fish and kumquats and polytunnels are not gonna like improve that. There's something missing, brother.